Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a— But Pom-Pom said the bank— Huh? Is that my phone? Ah, that Don Hung. Let's go to his room and talk. Don Hung! Branya just sent—
Yes, I saw it.
Then why didn't you reply? Don Hung, I'm the one who should be—
Thank you. It's great that Belobog is able to host a celebration. I hope you—
Okay, rest up. You're not—
I'll be there next.
He won't budge, huh? Pity. He's gonna miss— I know, but it's— if only Himeko could come with us. Pom-Pom can't just leave the Express whenever they— Seems like someone wasn't Why don't we go ask— You've been on the Express for a while now, but you've never gone on a trip with Himeko before, right?
Hey, March. That's a big smile on your face.
Himeko, there's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guard. Don Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure Branya would be happy to—
So that explains the grin. You're excited about— Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please send my regards to the Supreme Guardian. Make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Eurillo 6 after all. I'll be sure to join you guys next time.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Seems like it's just you and me this time. Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you're ready to set off. So, what do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat, right? It's actually not new. I just never had the right occasion to try it on. This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit. Let's just pretend I never said anything. Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That's— Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring? Huh, you do seem to travel light. But I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like Eurillo 6's average temperature is warm. I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy for ready to go? Belobog, here we come!
Galabog. 700 years. It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Oh, brr! How do people living in all this snow celebrate anything? Oh, one thing's for sure, though. Where there's... Oh, come on, Belobog. Don't... Oh, wait a sec. That person over there. That doesn't look all in black. That's what I'd like to know. If they're here to look for Findy, then they're more than just... there's only one way to find out. Let's go ask. Hi. Do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you...
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
Take us out?
Take them out? Just hang tight for a second. I'm on my way. Don't... Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Eurilla 6 for a special business assignment. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit. Please don't take it to heart.
Phew. You scared the life out of me. We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflicts. Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend and fellow passenger.
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into 2 nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Eurilla 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely you 2 aren't...
So humble all of a sudden, huh? Are you feeling all right? Should I call a doctor?
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive. That's impressive.
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the other. Going wherever businesses require me to be.
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the Express cruise. Aside from the business, I guess. Oh, Branya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the IPC.
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect, but I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. That's the reason I'm here on Eurilla 6. Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right? My apologies for delaying you both.
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Want to come to the city with us? The snow plains are freezing, and it's easier than you think to get lost out.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast, iconic snowscape for just a little longer. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information. I don't usually respond during work hours, but I'd be happy to chat up.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number without even trying. Me too.
You two make a cute pair. Anyway, I'd better be on my way. See you next time.
The universe is huge, yet we somehow stumbled onto the same path. Fate Come on, let's head into the city. Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Belobog? And now to check out the main event, the food! Come on, keep up! Is that Pela? Looks like... Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Everyone listen, Belobog's History and Culture Museum was founded 600 years ago.
So hungry. I wish I could have a...
It was built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa.
Guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp opening in the overworld soon. It's gonna be super awesome.
Also, those who sacrificed their lives in the war against the invaders 700 years ago.
Miss Pela, Peter's falling asleep.
Enough! From now on, no whispering aloud. If you don't want to have any homework later...
Sorry, Miss Pela.
That's better. Now, where was I? Oh, I never knew Pela had a strict side. Ta-da! Guess who's back?
It's you two. Welcome back to Belobog. The Supreme Guardian mentioned there'd be mystery guests attending the Soulworm celebration. I hope you had a smooth journey. I should have dispatched Silvermane Guard.
Aw, it's fine. You really don't have to apologize. We're just passing...
Understood. I hope you both enjoy the festivities. Please make sure you keep your personal belongings safe. Pickpockets tend to take advantage of events like...
Got it. We'll get out of your way then. Bye!
Bye for now.
So, this friend of mine.
Aunt Gertie! It's been too long.
Ah, is that little March? What brings you this way? I heard you left to go. Oh, you're here for the Soulworm Fest.
Hey, that's not fair! Get to the back of the line!
Show a little respect. If it weren't for these two, we'd be eating geomarrow by now. Take a look at these beauties. These are the best sun cakes I've made all.
Oh, wow, they smell so good. They look so crispy and...
Well, don't wait for them to get cold now. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Ah, phew. Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could say? I think we should probably pay Branya a visit. After all, she was the... Or we could go check out some other fun stuff elsewhere. Your call.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off. Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurilo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the underworld are... I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Is everything all right, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so... intense.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I'd planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Soulworm Festival. Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardian. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Eurilo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the...
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between the IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, it wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest. An astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers. Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority.
Oh, I had no idea things were like this. Here I was thinking Right. We need to figure out how to help them. The IPC is too big and powerful. Even if...
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate... I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but now... Now... I must ask you and the Astral Express for help. Do you think you could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation? The Express's reputation precedes it. Perhaps...
Have no fear, Branya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side. Yeah, after all, this guy here is a pretty good negotiator.
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. We might as well just be direct and ask... Okay, got it. We better think...
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today? Oh, did my smart reply function tell you where I was? It's a system developed by the technology department. Pretty neat, right? What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but... Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. And I suppose what I'm trying to say is, what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually,
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Miss Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement, or...
We, help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
You're so direct. I like that. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I appreciate each case has its difficulties, but if I treated every late debtor as a special case, I've heard that before. More than a few times, actually. The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions, but Eurillo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
So you're basically saying the Belobogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life. Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurillo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one? I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? They must be off playing somewhere. Come to think of it, this little guy is on display here probably means it's already extinct.
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog? Bronya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But Bronya...
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Eurillo 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this.
So, what now? We spent ages trying to convince... I guess so, but that still doesn't fix Bronya's problem. I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, all these vested interests. It's so hard to undo any of it. They don't teach this stuff in school. Wait, did I even go to school? Did someone send you a message? The IPC are causing trouble in the seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Again? I don't think I have it in. I guess complaining won't get us anywhere. What?
It's still early. Where to now?
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? It's bad. Really bad. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately for us, you see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not— What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any idea?
A few miners made it out earlier. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're seriously disrupting the lives of the Underworlders. Who?
We were just talking to her in the museum. Do you think her cronies are acting—
The person you're talking about, are they in charge of the people in black? Potaz, Pazto, whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now.
Please stay tuned.
Upgrade configured.
Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something?
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out. Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect—
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months.
Team leader?
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC.
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about. No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this.
Time to twirl! Time to twirl!
That's it?
17 rounds of—
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's set off when you're ready. Ready for action? It's time to— Let's get moving.
Hello. It's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be—
Hello, miss. Are you—
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest, maybe I should—
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara, Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the no one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objective analysis failed. Tell me, emissary.
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to... I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying... I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategies. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand. I will assist you with your...
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed traditionally. Calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr.
All the miners here, huddled together. Anyone else getting deja vu?
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few thugs and broken robots, now we're dealing with much more formidable adversaries.
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there? Oh, what was it again? Numby, right?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster? She's keeping one as a pet?
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising. Wanna go take a look?
Nice.
Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby saying? Seriously? You act...
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow them.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Ha!
Hey, I'm talking to you. What?
I really don't know anything!
This place is filled with...
Those cowards!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Hey! Time to twirl!
Stay back, Clara.
Time to twirl! I won't break.
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
I'm not afraid of you.
Annihilate.
Time to twirl!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Uh-huh. Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Look! That big guy down there!
We'll see who's really in charge.
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, they're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going. Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for your... I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you dare...
and who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. You know Topaz? Interesting. It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related to this project. In cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame, the IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all...
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think?
Don't blame me. I'm
Save your breath, March. I never held out any hope. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful?
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for... Anyway, since you seem intent on settling...
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Spark. Time to twirl.
Time to test our rapport. Let's improvise.
Honored to meet me. Time to twirl. This big diamond, it's all yours. Time to twirl.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Annihilate.
Dreams do come true.
What are you looking at? Ha! I'm not afraid of you.
Hide.
I won't break.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Great teamwork. Let's improvise.
Honored to meet me.
Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Spark.
As you command.
Time to twirl.
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
I need to be brave.
Annihilate.
Time to twirl. Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours!
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Hey!
Are you alright?
I'm okay. Thanks. I'll never forget you.
Hide.
Hiding!
Stay back, Clara.
Time to twirl! I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Spark!
As you command.
Time to twirl!
As you command.
Time to twirl! What are you looking at?
Naughty child.
Annihilate.
Who are you people? Not even our...
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think...
Darn it. I'm all out of ammo.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%!
60%? We're done for. Attention all personnel. Evacuate the mine immediately. Erase all traces of your presence.
So, are we all good here?
Yeah. So, who is...
It's a long story.
Why?
Oh, looks like we've got a mess. I get the feeling Branya's... Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on with that. Branya message you.
Got it, Zila. Come on, to Klipoth Fort.
These guys don't look
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further. Miss Topaz.
Belobog might be in arrears, but I'm not out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over this.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound...
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. There's just... They're moving quickly. Belobog silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. I need your advice. Look.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents, and then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy, a place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants. My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations. Given these circumstances, the natural environment my home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my homeworld, and was determined. I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine desire to express something important. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much. How many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision, because you, and you alone, will bear the fate of all. But because of this, I believe that you will make the right decision. A decision that will truly...
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
Yes, she is a high-ranking member of the IPC, after all. She knows how to use words to her advantage. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be this planet's fate. The civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone. That thought has crossed my mind. It comforts me to hear you.
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone.
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. I wanted to put it to a vote. and let all the citizens of both the overworld... I'll convene the Klapothfort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts. Yes, we need to move fast.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the underworld, right? Let's start with the overworld.
You know what I mean.
Well, well, look who we have here! You and March paying us a visit. What's the occasion? Uh-oh. Sounds like something serious is happening. You... What? How is that possible? I need a moment to wrap my head around this.
Serval, we're racing against the clock.
It's okay. I've thought it through. If it were up to me, I'd...
What? Hold on, are you serious?
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple. Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the underworld, that would be more than enough to persuade them. As for working for the company, people need to work. You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
We meet again. How have you two been? Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong. Sounds serious. I'm... Really? You better not be making things up.
I wish it were made up. Unfortunately, we don't have much time, Pela. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion.
Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? At least give me a few seconds to think it over. Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the IPC's conditions.
Huh. Okay.
I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for this, and that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than if the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then I think that's a price well worth paying. Building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineer?
I see. So, compared to a distant and uncertain future, Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in You need my opinion? So that's who they are. It's worse than the Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure.
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no... Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here, faced with this sort of coercion. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself...
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dunn. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of... Did we miss anyone in the overworld? From what I've gathered, it seems like most people in the We'd better hurry to the underworld and see what
Cursed. It's still early. Where to now?
What brings you two to the end? Seems a little out of the blue, but... That is a lot of information to take in.
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really think.
I've thought about it, and... Well, if I were Bronya, I wouldn't sign it. I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, but even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid...
Wow. That's a pretty Another vote for the against pile.
None other than the saviors of Belobog. But I can tell by the look on your faces you're... Let me guess. Well, ask away. I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience. What do you think we should do?
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much appeal for an... If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of a massive debt, well, that's something we can manage on our... What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she prepared?
Huh. I guess I never looked at it from that angle. I wouldn't wish that title on any... Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg.
Miss March, Big Brother. What brings you to the underworld?
Hey there, Clara.
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz.
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon.
What now? Svarog's super logical. We should definitely get his opinion. True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss Mar... That's
It's all right, Clara. No pressure.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's because... When I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come true? Just taking away people's dreams like that.
You're right. Children see the world as a place where, just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver. Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean a lot to us. All that running around has worn me out. So, the final conclusion, the votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Oh, right! We haven't asked Zila. She's probably still in...
Back so soon? Any news? Are you feeling all right? Important matter, huh? I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be a lighthearted chat. But I'm ready to... I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just a...
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake.
Right. I need a...
As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will make all the difference.
In that case... I abstain.
What?
I've thought about it. This responsibility rests on Bronya's shoulders. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. She can see the bigger picture more clearly. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly impact her final choice. I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but it's not my place.
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult decision to make, and everyone feels differently about it. It's times like these that a leader must stand up and do what's needed.
Right. It's Bronya's decision. If she asks you, just...
Well, it's all in right? I'm glad Bella... the time has come. Let's go fill her in.
It's still early. Where to now?
airport's packed. I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict?
We talked to people in both the overworld and the under...
I see. I suppose everyone has their own way. What was Zila's perspective on the matter? I should have known. That sounds like Zila, all right.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers? Oh, it's so...
It's pretty much the same situation here. The time has come to make a decision. This...
How could
All of you! I know what to do. Wait!
I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But...
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Miss Himiko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel. I hesitate to call it a solution, but it is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed...
Information? Please, tell me what...
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she... But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you... Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himiko. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city. And then, please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take...
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends. Stay safe, everyone.
Gepard should be waiting for us in Rip. Here we go again.
It's still early. Where to now?
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation, and ready to enter Rivet Town? Keep your guards up.
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary... The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa
I see. The stories about this world are true.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with on the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. A looming crisis can often
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That while my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight.
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town.
The IPC soldiers are...
You're right, Miss Himiko.
Automaton is...
I'll explain later. Let's get...
Look, down there! It's the IPC!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb. Are you ready? Use the automaton. Remember, try to avoid being...
Oh, wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
You Silvermane guards sure are a righteous bunch.
I've seen standard issue roll...
Correct. The exterior is similar to, hopefully, the automaton stealth. Are you ready? Use the... Remember, try...
I said Pete to take things outside the box.
Oh no!
It's all right. We prepared many... Are you ready? Use the auto... Remember, try to avoid...
Oh no! They saw right through...
It's all right. Are you ready? Remember, try to...
It's a teamwork.
Oh no! They saw right through...
It's all right. We prepared many backups. Are you ready? Use the automaton still. Remember, try to avoid being...
Finding gold digging outside the box.
Woohoo! The coast is clear!
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan. This is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her. And tell her...
This time, the gloves are off! Mr. Svarog? Are you all right?
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representative. Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. From her perspective, The only way to preserve, while it is unlikely, I still encourage the
Unlikely potential?
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict.
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves. Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Please stay tuned.
Oh, hey there, Slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's—
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you. Of course! The Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current—
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract. Goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but—
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. You're very curious about my work. So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
What are you looking at?
I'm okay.
Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora.
Time to twirl!
That'll take more than medicine.
Hide. Are you all right?
I'm okay.
Time to twirl! Time to twirl! This big diamond, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
Did the rhythm get messed up?
protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sparrow!
As you command.
Time to twirl!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Honored to meet me. Hey! Thanks. I'll never forget you.
Annihilate.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours!
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
What are you looking at?
Naughty child. Nap time.
I need to be brave.
Hide.
Time to twirl! I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sparrow!
Still the same one. The mood is set just right. Let the show begin! Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Oh dear. Oh, Ricky!
That's better.
As you command.
Time to twirl!
Time for a shot.
Annihilate.
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly finished warming up. Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be becoming of you.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required...
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yorillo 6. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was, inappropriate. I admire your determination, seeing as we've come this far. I've changed my mind.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at... Members of the Express, we'll need...
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes. Kyle, sorry for the delay.
The path ahead is
Excellent. Let's go.
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead.
Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there? I thought you might. Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog.
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible.
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any... The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation?
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly, but Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was actually given a much grander purpose.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belobog, have the will and the ability to control our own destiny. The outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog...
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving them.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it. But it'll take some time.
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Eurillo 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPCs, unless...
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the Nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the, reports, and I'll handle it.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Thank you so much for all you've done.
A rift? I wouldn't go... Oh, thinking about a career change? Sure thing. I'll put in the best words I can.
I'm glad. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been. Miss Topaz, if you...
I appreciate the offer, but I need to... It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future.
It's still early. Where to now?
I've been wondering, how Did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
March was looking forward to the Soulworm Fest. I never thought this trip would be so...
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measure. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44, with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be... You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
You only got demoted one rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to... Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now. My apologies. I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurylos 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a...
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Don't hang up. I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this? While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurylos 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department.
Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have... Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so...
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you... But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine.
I'll get back to you later. Seems like it's just one wild ride after another. I hope I made the right decision this time. The snow is mesmerizing.
Nice.
How many battles lie between me and my dreams?
Please stay tuned.